Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Risen, and you're tuning into the greatest gaming podcast in the world, No Randos. Don't forget to subscribe. Today we got a solid panel on deck. They hit hard. They hit fast. They're arguably the strongest crew in the comm. It's Unity. Let's get these intros going.
Yo, what's up?
Yes, yes, yes.
What's up, guys? Governor here.
Governor. Next we got
Oh my god, I said that with my fucking mic up. What a dumbass.
Restart. Go back. Get that dog out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking dog.
She fucked up.
Hello, it's Vita here.
What's up, Ida? Thanks for joining. Awesome.
What's happening?
Oh, the famous Jewish kid. Welcome aboard.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, Jays? Thanks for coming in. All right, guys, this is it. This is the panel. Everyone take a seat. Gonna be super excited to get into this. So let's start it up. Have some seat. Some awesome. Rips is playing the harmonica, of course. A little bit of ambient music.
He's taking it up over there.
So if everyone could just like run through their names and a little bit about themselves, how long they've played and their play style one by one, that would be great. On the left.
Yo, it's Taco. I'm a slip sniper. I've been playing since like September 2019.
What's up, guys? Governor here. One of the co-founders of Unity. I am primarily a focus fire sniper, and I've been playing since about 2019.
Cool.
Hello, it's Beta Vanukwe. I go by Beta. I've been playing for a long time. I play SNS sniping, but I'm also a pretty good slip player as well.
Six.
Hey, I'm that one Jewish kid. I'm a pit player. I've been playing since 2020.
Yo, what's up? I'm Jazz. I'm a pit player and I've been playing since 2020 as well.
Going around the table, what got everyone into RDR in the first place?
So I just kind of ran into it on Game Pass. I was just looking for a new game. I never really played Red Dead 1, and I really enjoyed the story. And so after I played story a few times, I joined online and just kind of grinded at first, and then I slowly just started getting into PvP.
Mm-hmm.
I was a pretty big fan of the first Red Dead. I already played a lot of other Rockstar games, but Red Dead 1 was really close to me, and I played a lot of that, so I guess that kind of got me hyped up for Red Dead 2, and when the online came out, I was really stoked for it, and started off as kind of a flower picker and kind of a role player, but got into the online and just started PvP after being a role player.
Okay. Cool.
This is my first Xbox Online game. I saw my boyfriend playing this, and I wanted to join in. I just fell in love with this game. I was a big flower picker as well.
Nice.
I've been playing since Red Dead Revolver. I've been a huge fan of Rockstar
Oh,
since I was
sick.
a kid and grew up with it.
Red Dead Revolver, yeah, the one that started it all, one that essentially
Yeah.
evolved into what brought us all here. So shout out to the OG. Respect.
Mhm.
I've been playing like multiplayer games a long time, and like I played Red Dead 1 a little bit when I was a kid, and when Red Dead 2 came out, I just started playing when I got it, and ever since then,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Very cool. And then everyone met on RDR2, I think, um and then the crew was born, I guess. So maybe Taco, can you talk to us about that? How did the crew start, and why should people join it? What makes Unity different from other crews?
Well, we very first started out as a friend group. Like we were all friends, me, Gov, Slow Shadow,
Mm-hmm.
Bland, and so rather than just join a crew, we just decided to start our own crew. It was actually like, Pib and Slip players coming together instead of, talking trash out of everybody's play style. We figured we would just work together in perfect harmony. And I was thinking of a better word for harmony, and I thought of unity, unison or unity.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the inspiration for the name.
Okay, okay. It's not from the Rick James song.
Oh no, I've never even heard that song though.
Okay, okay. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Um,
Yeah.
and then Governor was always on board. You guys started it together. Who were the original members of Unity?
Just me, Gov, Slow Shadow, and Bland.
Okay, okay,
We were like the four founders.
okay. Four founders. That's pretty cool. And how did
Hmm.
you? And Unity obviously means come together, and you were choosing the um, the play styles that hated each other. That's kind of what you were talking about, right? Pib and um, SNS, I think. Pib and
Pip and Slip,
Pib and
yeah.
Slip.
Or
My
just
bad.
sniping really in general, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So pibbers and snipers coming together. That's kind of like the main shtick of your crew. You're recruiting for skill, but you guys are tight, and you like to keep it. You like to keep the crew small, right? You prefer a smaller crew than a bigger one. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely prioritize skill over uh like mainly, but we want to make sure the vibe is right too. We want to make sure that there's no toxicity, no drama, no hating between each other. So not only do we prioritize skill, but we want to keep the vibe right too. Keep it a good
Mm-hmm.
vibe.
Okay. And it's just like, I guess it's simpler to maintain a crew. There's probably a lot less drama in keeping it
Definitely.
smaller. Um, okay.
It's a lot harder to maintain standards too when the crew is bigger. It's harder to maintain people being clean. Like when you have a bunch of people, like if you
Mm-hmm.
have like over 50, 60 members, it's hard to verify and to make sure that everyone's playing clean. So when you keep it small, you kind of are sure that everyone's playing clean, especially when you know those people pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Interesting statement for sure. There are definitely some complications with cheating ethics and whatnot, but you know keeping it tight and kind of cracking down when need be is probably a lot simpler. And having a crew of 10 people instead of I don't know 100. How big is Unity generally? How many members do you have?
I think we have close to like 30 active members right now.
Wow, pretty impressive.
So it sounds small, but I mean everybody participates, everybody's active. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking for the biggest crew. I'm not looking to have hundreds or thousands or anything flashy like that. We just want,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we want to keep it small. We'd rather have a small, dedicated, like good players instead of just a large crew of, you know, anyone can join really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as a founder, is it tough to run the crew these days, or do you guys kind of cruise through it?
Yeah, it's really easy. I mean, we have our four founders. We all trust each other. We all talk to everybody. Like we all we all help each other run it really, so it's really not hard at all.
Okay.
We try to steer clear of drama, and if anybody starts drama, we try to take care of it really quickly, and we try to keep drama queens away too. We're not really into drama and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're just,
Mm-hmm.
we're just more here to play the game.
Yeah, and obviously, drama will still find its way to people on this game, but you guys are pretty good at minimizing it, I guess. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Oh yeah, another thing too about our crew is most players here, like the again the reason why we came up with the name Unity is because most PIB players, especially PIB nominated crews, they talk trash about sniping and free roam wars because they're only good at only good at PIB and they kind of suck at free roam. So our idea behind Unity was to bring everyone together to be like the most dominant like free roam crew to just work together. I obviously have strengths. My strength is sniping, but my weakness is PIB.
Hmm.
And so we have good PIB players here who their strength is PIB, but their weakness is sniping. And so we come together to work together to be to stronger together than apart.
Okay, okay.
It's actually pretty nice to show how effective PIB and sniping can be when you combine the two playstyles together in a posse. Because a lot of posses, a lot of other crews just want primarily one playstyle, but if you combine PIB, Slip, and even SNS together, it's a really it's a force to be reckoned with, and um, it's a shame that other crews don't do that. But when we do it, it's really effective.
Mm-hmm.
Especially focus fire too, with our govs like our focus fire, our focus fire leader for sniping, which really helps. Like it helps the entire posse do more damage. And the only thing is he has to rely on his team a little more being in focus, and we have a good solid team that he can rely on and stand behind and back him up while he's in focus fire.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. It's definitely not a card. Focus fire is definitely not a card for everyone. You definitely have to be more aware and careful, and usually you need another, particularly a pit player, to kind of back you up and keep you protected in those close quarter engagements.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I've done a little bit of research, and I've talked to people who fought you guys. Your strategies are also interesting. Your cards are often, you know, kind of they act as roles, obviously, but everyone's doing their own thing and supporting each other. And obviously, you guys are 100% clean as a crew. No, there's never any funny business.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hmm.
I know I'm a slip tank and my priority is just tanking up. Like I only take level twos, but I have a full damage reduction build, and that's my primary goal is to just be able to tank shots from third party or whatever. Um, and yeah, I think that's why people find it hard to kill because they just don't understand cards, and then you have Gov cranking out the extra damage, so we're doing high damage and
Hmm.
and tanking shots too.
And like, what does an average day look like hanging out with Unity? Like, if I came in and fought with you guys or something, what can I expect?
Well, we generally just try to keep it clean. Like I said, when we get on just to hang out, to like goof around, joke around. But we definitely do take PvP. Like we are really competitive when it comes to that, and we are all highly skilled. So
Hmm.
we just try to get good, clean fights. We try to avoid any cheaters, and hopefully just find a good, clean fight.
Okay,
It's
okay.
really hard now in this day
Oh
without
yeah,
the comm.
for sure. What about you, Governor? Like, what's an average day in your life on RDR?
Pretty much what Taco said. We usually just try to get good, clean fights, which is pretty hard because a lot of the people we do fight are pretty dirty and do cheat and they
Mm.
freeze. So it's hard to keep up with all that, and parlaying, and other people may not be having as much fun. But yeah, usually just fighting, and we run a lot of wagons as
Okay.
other crews do. It's kind of a typical thing, but yeah.
This next question goes around the table. What's everybody's favorite spot in the game?
Definitely Emerald. Emerald is our favorite. We also like to fight at McFarland's or the Great Plains too, but I think most of our crew are snipers. We do have some pit players, but we definitely like to fight in the open. We don't like fighting in like Saint Denis or like cramped spaces.
Okay, okay.
I'd probably say Blackwater. Blackwater is one of my favorite spots. I played a lot of Red Dead 1, and Blackwater was like one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
places to go to. And I just have like a kind of like a special connection to Blackwater. So yeah, I'd say Blackwater definitely is like my favorite spot.
And what about Beta?
I would have to say Blackwater also. Everything is there for my outfit, my hair, my horse.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite spots. But I do like fighting out here in Emerald.
Yeah. Yeah, the simplicity and the openness and Sniper's Haven for sure. And Jewish, what about you? What's your favorite spot?
One of my favorite towns is Armadillo, but
Yes.
one of my favorite places to fight is for sure Emerald.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm a bit weird, but I like Saint Denis. It's my favorite spot and my favorite place to fight. I guess because maybe I'm a up close pit player. Like I like close range, so it's like, all tight and stuff like that. So it's just my favorite.
All right, guys. So next question, I want to know everybody's favorite memory in any time or anywhere in the game, whether it's story or RDO. What is the most memorable experience that you guys have ever had that you'll never forget?
The most memorable experience is probably when I very first started with my first group of friends. The PvP was clean back then, and it was a lot more fun than like nowadays.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
For me, it's probably starting Unity. I mean, this is like pretty much it's technically the second crew I've ever been in, but it's like the first time I've ever started an actual crew on any game I think I've ever played, and I've met a lot of my like best friends are in the crew, so probably starting this crew, honestly.
Okay, and you were in 2 crews. What was your first crew?
TGO.
Oh, okay, classic. And I think Taco was also in TGO also, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Anybody else?
That's how he and I met, actually. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I was in there for like maybe less than a month.
Okay, cool. Cool. I didn't know
I
that.
used to fight TG all the time, so kinda.
Now you're
Kind of got destroyed every time. Yeah, I'm
No,
sorry.
no, 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 no. I personally solo parlayed you on purpose, so yeah,
Shit.
solo parlayed you.
And PvP wise and leadership wise, who's your crew's MVP?
Man,
Bland.
Me, 100%.
I'd say Bland. Yeah, I
Bland,
nominate
yeah,
Bland.
Bland.
Yeah, Bland's
Okay.
like a crazy little prodigy for sure.
Okay, and why is he the MVP? He's just like an accurate sniper? Because I don't really know
Crazy
him.
at sniping.
Okay.
Crazy at sniping. Like,
Yeah, he is.
not the glaze or anything, but he's really good up close. Like, it's almost like he's playing Pib with a sniper, basically.
Oh,
So,
okay, so he's what scope is he using?
I think he's a short scope. I have no
kidding.
idea.
Medium.
Oh, okay.
Medium?
Does
That's
he use
even
the
crazier.
medium? Oh wow, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he'll be sniping you in like pistol lock-on range. I'm like, bro, back up, man. What are you doing? Sniping me this close?
For real. For real.
Nice, fearless. It's actually very difficult to snipe from up close. For me, anyways, I struggle
yeah.
a lot. So,
Yeah, same. Even though I'm a slip snipe.
yeah, well, it's pretty impressive to see that for sure. And who would you guys say is the biggest troll in the crew?
Taco.
Taco, 100%.
Provocative.
100% taco. Yeah.
Sounds
Why-
believable.
Not the button, but like it's taco for multiple reasons. But the reason why it's the best is because he gets us fights. I mean, the more he trolls, the more fights we get. So
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
Yeah, you need the provocateur to get those fights, or else we're just gonna be end up flower picking for a couple of hours, desperate for some good action, I guess. Who's like the nice one in the crew? Who's like the sweetheart?
Beta for sure.
Peta. Peta, yeah.
Yeah, probably me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Either
Be-
Peta or Gov.
Depends.
Peta or Gov.
Mhm.
Gov's a sweetheart, so.
Yeah,
Pretty nice, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
He
you
was
guys
kind of
are-
mean sometimes.
Especially with Joe.
It's kind of mean in one. But anyways, we're not gonna talk
Yeah,
about
she kind of sniped me earlier today. Still upset about that.
that. Yeah.
Whatever.
Later. Who's the best person to go for advice? Who's like the crew psychologist, I guess you could say?
Oh man.
I'd say Taco again.
Mhm.
Is it
Taco's
like
got a
a
lot of life
Me?
experiences. Yeah, you.
is it
I
like
don't know, I'd say you, Gov.
oh Gov?
Hmm.
Oh, me? Really?
Yeah.
Thing. Is it
They'll
like
put it
Yeah,
a
I
out to
agree
you,
with that
yeah.
actually.
okay? Is it like a maturity thing, or is it just like you give good insight, or you have a lot of life experience? Like what kind of advice do you guys usually give out? Is it like a PvP thing, or just everyday advice, or what would you guys?
I'd say
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know,
it depends on the situation. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see that you know you guys support each other on and off the game. There, a couple of things going outside. Uh, who's the cringiest one in the group?
Lowe's. Cheers, good.
Ah, ah,
Cheers, good.
Jewish
I
kid.
might have to take that one.
Okay, enlighten me. What's the cringiest thing you've done in this game?
Um, I, I'm kind of hated a lot. You know, a lot of people. I don't know, but
Mm.
I don't know. I kind of just like to troll people, and they kind of think it's cringe. So I guess
Okay,
yeah.
okay. But it's just funny because like knowing you a bit, I mean, people might hate you or whatnot, but you are surprisingly pretty easy to talk to and reasonable. So you know, maybe people are getting you wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, they just don't meet me yet. They just always judge. You know.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Who's the biggest flirt?
Gov.
My mic was muted, but yeah, definitely Gov. Yeah.
Gov is just Gov is
He's
just
got an unspoken riz, man. For real.
He's getting down to the rizness.
Every time I hear him talk, it's just like instant, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to go there again.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
my bad.
rizzes up girls and guys, like for sure.
For
yeah.
real, bro. Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when he let me on his wagon, and I was like,
Yeah.
I have a lot.
That's how it
I have
always
a lot of
starts.
people.
Yeah.
I have that effect on people.
and
Always starts with the passenger princess. My bad.
and who's most likely to sleep through an earthquake?
Beta.
Yeah,
Peter.
I
I'd say
actually
Beta
slept
or
through.
Jew.
I actually slept through a tornado. So yeah, earthquake is
That's
probably no
rough.
problem.
Were you like in the tornado when you were sleeping?
Oh yeah, it went right over my house. I didn't even know it.
Oh
That's
god,
impressive.
that is impressive.
I actually thought someone was breaking in. I like literally ran upstairs with a bat,
Okay. Okay.
and then I
Okay.
looked outside. It was like all green.
Okay. Are you a snorer or are you like a normal sleeper?
A normal sleeper.
Nah, you've never heard her fall asleep on the mic. Don't let her lie to you. Nah, I'm just
Nobody-
kidding. Sorry.
Nobody caught me like that
Just
yet.
sorry, I was just kidding.
Okay, cool. Now that it's morning, let's continue here. So everyone, a bit more personal, and it's gonna go around the table. But if you guys weren't into video games, what would you guys be doing instead, generally?
I'd probably be spending time with family. I grew up in the country, like fishing, working on cars, something like that. I'd probably be like way more into cars, like a project car or something.
Six.
I'd probably be spending a lot of time with family too, just working. I'm a big collector, so I collect a lot of sports figures and a lot of other nerdy stuff.
Oh, wow.
Other like Star Wars stuff. Kind of a nerd in that regard. Pretty big sports guy, so I do go to a lot of sports games. A lot of basketball, football games. That's what I'd be doing as well.
Okay.
I'd probably be working on my art a lot more.
Oh.
I draw, I paint, all that.
Okay. Send them in. No. Jewish. What about you?
I'll be honest, I'd probably be outside rolling up a joint or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Awesome. What about Jays?
All right, so for me, I feel like nothing really would change in my life, like the way it's going now, except I just would be bored all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Going into the military and stuff, so like I'd just be waiting like normal with nothing to do. So, yeah, maybe I'd work out more than I usually do, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, nothing really would have changed.
You would just idle and just like chill?
Yeah, basically, I'd probably just watch football.
Okay, okay.
That's probably it, yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. And I got a weird one for you guys. If your horses could talk, because obviously they've seen a lot, what would they roast you guys on individually?
Oh man, I don't really know. That's a good question. Anybody else want to take that first?
It'd probably roast me for running it into trees and other wagons and other people's horses constantly,
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah,
and
mine
maybe
probably.
my lackluster pib skill too.
Yeah, mine probably tell me don't jump because yeah, I always slip somehow and my horse goes flying underneath me somehow. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This mechanics of the game are crazy.
Anybody else?
Uh, my horse will probably tell me to stop next time because I've been letting a lot of hefty people on that thing.
Are you any name drops?
Uh, there's one named Slowflake, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's a little special one.
Okay. What, what about Jay's?
I think mine would be, you know, probably getting deboed a lot
Mm.
when I'm on my horse. I have a way of just getting deboed every time I get on my horse during a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So
So your horse has died more than anyone else's in the crew, I guess.
it's died more than I have. So yeah.
Rip. You got to start using it as cover or something at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got a hypothetical question. Obviously, going around the table. Uh, would you guys rather fist fight a bear or duel a ghost with pistols?
Fist fight a bear. You can't shoot a ghost, so fuck it. I'll take my chances with the bear, even though I might get eaten alive.
Damn.
Probably the same. Probably take on a bear. Even though there's probably still a 0% chance of you coming out of that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the bear. The one in tall trees loves to get me. I just jump over fences to avoid him. But I think
Mm-hmm.
I got a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'd probably say the bear too. I remember the time we jumped the bear actually. Yeah, that shit was.
Yeah, I'd pick the ghost, man. I'm not gonna lie. If you duel a ghost with a gun, but you didn't say really what type of ghost, you know what I mean? So what says it can even pick up a gun? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe get some holy bullets or
yeah,
something.
exactly, yeah.
Gotta get
You
creative.
know.
And uh, if you can add like a modern feature from other games into RDO, uh, what would it be? Anything from phones to drones to nukes to whatever. What anybody have any ideas of what you would implement and what game it comes from?
Not me, really. The only thing I'd want to implement is like properties to where we could actually own like a house or something.
Mm, smart, like GTA.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with Taka on the property part. That'd be really nice. Actually, it would actually fit the time of the game. I'd actually probably like to have them add like motor cars, like the really early versions of
Oh,
them.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
they actually had them in Red Dead 1, and at like near the end of the game, when you're in Blackwater, they actually have like those little motor cars. It'd be pretty cool to have those in the game and have them be customized. You can change the color and tune them up. That would be really cool.
yeah, yeah. Some neat ideas. What about you, Beta? Got any?
Oh, I was about to say the cars as well. Um, you can change the color of your bounty wagon and all that. I don't know why they can't just
Mm-hmm.
update the game in some small way.
Mm-hmm. Jewish kid?
Hmm. I'd say a boat. I don't know why we can't fish on a boat, you know?
Oh wow,
Ooh, that's a good
that's
idea.
a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Good one. What about Jay?
I'd say like, mm, you know, a full auto, handgun, something like that, Just like have a switch on you, instead of having to deal with like a rapid Cronus, You could just have a Glock that do the work for you, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, yeah, it's a neat idea. I'm gonna chime in on this too, since like kind of like I'm into tanks, and I know that it's like the 1900s, and but the first tank was invented I think 15 years later, so it'd be dope to actually get a freaking tank to blast some of these freeze laggers without getting shot. Because being a GTA main, I saved my ass a lot under that armor, so I'd love to run some cheaters over any day of the week. Yeah. Well,
Yo, that'd actually be awesome. Hell yeah.
yeah,
For real. Mm-hmm.
yeah, with a cannon there, like. So now we're gonna get into the more like technical parts of the podcast and the discussions, particularly with combat and PvPing. I want to hear everybody's generally. I want to hear everybody's PvP experience and like get to know more about how you guys fight individually. Like, what kind of fighter are you, or how much trouble you find, and how often you fight and things like that. So, does anybody so Taco, you want to give us your experience about PvPing in this game and your impressions of it?
I've been a slip sniper for for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
basically ever since I started, and I just really like sniping. I just like the aiming of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like having the range too, because nothing else has the range of like the snipers do. Mainly, we try to work as a team too, especially with the crew. We try to keep like pit players with slip snipers. So I have their range, and then they have my close. Like the pit players will take care of the bow users, then I'll take care of the snipers for them. And that's generally what we try to do. We try to just work together as a unit,
Mm-hmm.
try to have good chemistry, we really don't call out a lot. Like we might call out like a specific area to control or something like that, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Well, I'm a sniper, as everyone would probably know. I run focus a lot, so snipe a lot, and a lot of my experience from sniping comes from GTA 5. Used
Mm-hmm.
to do a lot of PvP on there, a lot of sniping.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where my skill comes from. Is a lot of sniping from GTA 5. Free aim and obviously the lock on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just really like the feeling of sniping on this game. It's just feels a lot more smooth and just overall gameplay just feels a lot more smooth on Red Dead opposed to GTA 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like transitioning to RDR sniping, do you snipe in first person or third person in RDR?
Third,
Okay.
I know a lot of people that do snipe in first, and I don't know how they do it. It doesn't it definitely reduces the your movement. So I don't know how other people can do it, but kudos to them that can do it good.
Well, coming from coming from GTA, you were obviously sniping in first person, right?
Correct.
So how can you talk more about that transitioning to third in RDR? You're changing the game, and you're also kind of changing, I guess you could say, the style that you're playing in a way, because you developed a first-person strafe in GTA, and some of your skills were able to port to RDR. How did you kind of like shift away from the GTA style and kind of create your own in RDR?
Well, definitely, sniping in third person just gives you a lot more freedom of movement, and like I said earlier, just sniping in first, it just feels clunky to me. And if
Mm-hmm.
I tried, I just feel like I wouldn't be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just taking a lot from GTA 5, just kind of the my accuracy and doing like flicking and pacing my shots. That a lot of that I brought to Red Dead,
Mm-hmm.
but sniping in third is just a lot of people would say is the best.
Yeah. Yeah, different mobility and a bigger field of view, and you see your character a little bit. It's cool. Some people like that. Awesome. And how's Focus Fire working out for you in the trenches? Is that your primary go-to card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, when I first started fighting or first started sniping, I used Slip a lot. That was my main card.
Okay.
But I don't know what got me into it actually. I think it was I went against someone and I just noticed the amount of damage that it did. So I tried it out, and ever since I've just been hooked.
Hmm.
And not only does it boost your damage, but it boosts your teammates' damage too. So it does play a pretty significant part in you know our and how good we do in fights. Because when I
Mm-hmm.
have it, I'm pretty good at having it activated. So a lot of people will be doing damage, and it's just really fun to use. But you have to be careful because it's really easy for PID players to pick you off. It's not
Yeah,
a recommended card for everyone.
I agree. Um, and yeah, it has its complications, especially stacking up against cheaters and people that fight in defensive and things like that. You know, I've been told too that Focus is it's pretty underwhelming against like freeze laggers and cheaters. Still, it's also still my favorite card. I like to go full damage to and put them down quickly, assassin style. But do you think that you're at your strongest in Focus, or do you think that a slip sniper or an SNS sniper is more practical?
I think a good focus player is better than a good slip player because if you're already accurate and you're good at getting headshots, and that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not great at getting headshots, it's usually a guaranteed two tap, and it's really good against people that have Cronus and tonic spam because that damage, the extra buffer damage, will just rip right through their health and their tonic spam. So it kind of like cancels their little cheats out sometimes, but it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool.
That's very true, but I feel like for focus though, you have to lean on your teammates a little bit more. Like
Mm-hmm.
I prefer slip sniping because I have the freedom to move across the battlefield a lot more. Where like a focus sniper doesn't. You have to really watch out for like the bolt action lock on range and even the Lancaster
Mm-hmm.
PIB lock on range. And so I think as a focus sniper, you definitely have to lean on your team a little more. And
Mm-hmm.
slip gives you the freedom to just kind of to plan on your own, and you have a lot more protection in slip for sure.
Yeah, from Pib alone, just having a counter to Pib is like extremely valuable, I'm sure. But it's definitely a
Definitely,
it's definitely like an interesting topic to compare like the focus snipers and the SNS snipers and the slip snipers. And everybody's got their own preference, right? So yeah, it's good stuff.
definitely, definitely.
What about Beta? What's your play style and what do you prefer?
Well, when I was a low level starting out, I tried PIB. But come to find out, my PIB card was broken. The files were actually corrupted. So I was like, I thought I was just really bad at it, but it just turns out that my game was broken and Rockstar couldn't do anything about it. So they just gave me 50 gold bars and told me Hakuna Matata.
Really?
And yeah,
That's insane.
my where the head should be was like on the belt, and then like the feet would be like 2 feet in front on the ground. Yeah, it
Okay.
was a nightmare. So
Okay.
that's why I'm not really a PIB player, but PvP wise, I started in Slip. I used to go to showdowns all the time when showdowns were really fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I learned PvP, honestly. I didn't start until I was like level 300 for sniping
Mm-hmm.
as well. And then out in free roam, I kind of fell in love with the slow and steady card.
Okay.
Hmm.
Classic. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at that card.
Hmm.
I'll stick with it.
Cool. Jewish kid, do you want to talk about your PvP experience and what you use?
Um, well, the I'm a pit player, so it's a lot
Okay.
harder to fight a lot of the like slip and slow and steady
Mhm.
and focus. You gotta outsmart them in a way. So it's a little fun
Mhm.
in a way. I don't know. I grew up playing Pib all my life, like Revolver. So
Mhm.
I feel like I mastered it in a way, but still gotta get there, to get better.
Yeah, there's always room for improvements. Um, Jays, what about you?
I started off sniping, like slip sniping, and like I wasn't really like too good at sniping, so I started like a rushing, sawed off type thing.
Mhm.
And then, randomly, I'd say 2021, I just started using Bib, and since then I've just like been using Pib. I started when Hat Card started like getting really popular. Um, that's kind of just what happened. I just started, playing Pib all the time. So,
Okay. And so you and Jewish Kid are the two main pibbers in the crew, I
um,
think.
And
we have a couple
another,
more.
Slow Shadow too. Yeah, Slow
yeah,
Shadow's one of our leaders, and he's one of our core PID players too.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
yeah.
actually the one that got me more into Pib. He showed me how to play Hat Card actually.
Okay, okay. In your PvP experience, guys, is your crew getting jumped a lot? Do you get targeted a lot, or are you guys doing the majority of the jumping?
Yeah, we really don't get jumped anymore. It's kind of unfortunate. Like it just depends on the day, I guess. Sometimes we're doing the jumping or we're throwing up LFGs. I know a lot of people don't like fighting us because we're our main core, like the main core leaders, like me, Gov, and Bland, we're all slip snipers. So everybody knows if you jump us, you're gonna have to deal with slip sniping, and a lot of PID players hate fighting us. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they just avoid us. Like I actually know they avoid us. They definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to kind of take the initiative to jump people. One crew that I'd really like to see again is Hills. Like Hills, I haven't seen Hills around in a really long
Oh
time,
yeah.
especially since they lost to Kumis and Bland. Kumis and Bland were like their two all-star players, and when they left Hills, they kind of fell off a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'd like to see them make a comeback and start fighting them in free roam again because they were always a good fight.
Mm-hmm. Are there other crews that you miss fighting?
BBS too, yeah. I haven't
Mm.
seen BBS in a while. They were a good fight. They were clean. They
Yeah.
were clean-ish, I guess. I mean, I think some of them have Cronus and DNS, but they didn't freeze us
Okay. Well,
a
they.
lot. They like a lot of crews, and they didn't boot us either. Like occasionally when they allied with Power Pack, we got freezed and booted a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But then they broke the alliance, and we actually had some good clean fights with them. And actually, I miss fighting them though.
Yeah, interesting. It's like, you know, alliances are pretty cheesy and lame in this game, and crews will leave them and then end up having more fun in the end because of, I don't know, simplicity's sake, or there's just less drama, and you make more contacts in fighting. So that doesn't really surprise me. Um,
The
and
comm is too small too for like mega alliances anymore.
yeah,
There's not a lot of big crews out there. I think like us, we're a small crew, and I think most of the crews out there are kind of small now. I don't think there's really any crews that could pull up with two posses most days, or more than two posses anymore. So
hmm,
it's really rare to see anymore, especially clean posses too.
okay. And so if you were to take in a low level or a beginner, how long do you think it would take to be adequate in PvPing at your cruise level?
I guess it kind of depends on the player, but I feel like we have
Generally.
a lot of generally. I'm not really sure. Like I said, it kind of depends on the player, but I feel like we could teach them pretty adequately because we do have a lot of good players. Bland could be the one that could teach him, and then I have like Slowflake or Jazz or Lost to train them in Pib. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would depend on their like PvP skills inside, like outside other games. Like if they're used to PvP. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it would just depend on the person really. Some people pick it up pretty quickly. Some people are slow and just never pick it up, unfortunately.
So generally, what kind of players are on your crew's radar when you're in fights and just like anything in general, any situation in general?
We just try to pick out the best player, like whoever's the most skilled, and whoever's showing up in the kill feed a lot. We generally try to just shut them down. We'll focus that player and yeah, just try to shut them down.
Okay.
Because usually that can like decrease like crew morale too when they see their best player getting farmed, and so that's a tactic we generally try to do.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I try to identify like the best sniper as does Bland. Usually like me, Bland, or me and Taco will usually try to find the best sniper or pinpoint the best sniper and apply pressure on them to take pressure off our pit players because they take a lot of heat. So
Hmm.
usually we and me especially definitely try to pinpoint the best sniper or just the best player in the enemy's posse in general. Is just to take pressure off our posse. You know.
Hmm. Okay. Well, Beta, anybody on your radar types?
Um, I handle the freeze laggers. My slow and steady usually saves me.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you can't
Um,
you can't freeze what's already standing still.
Yeah,
So
interesting. What about Jewish kid?
um, I'm just kind of like the dummy in the field, you know.
Okay.
Uh, kind of help them get the shot real quick.
You're like the bullet sponge, I think they call it.
Yeah, in a way.
Jewish
Yeah.
is he's our pit pookie. He stays next to us and takes care of the bow users.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Cool.
Right.
And Jays, what about your radar?
No, I usually go for like the player I know has the biggest ego in Pib,
Okay.
because it's funny. You know, they're like shit on them, and then they like just freak out, and it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Especially since I'm like basically a random. Uh, um, Getting killed by someone you don't know, it's just demoralizing to certain people. So.
Hmm. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Well, it's cool to see that you guys are a fully clean crew. I'm assuming that you never recruit cheaters. You're 100% clean. Um, but you're also very educated on cheats and fighting them and things like that. How do you stay clean in PvP for so long without submitting to the temptation of getting cheats and things like that?
It's not tempting to us at all. We just stay clean, and most cheaters are just trolls. Like they're just trolling.
Hmm.
Maybe they were good at one point, but either they're lazy or they just don't want to die anymore. Um, I don't know what it is, or they're just trying to rage bait, but really, there's really no temptation to cheat. I mean,
Hmm.
sometimes when I'm getting froze a lot, I mean, I think like, man, I could just go God mode, and it's an in-game exploit, and it would be any type of freezing and carc spamming, because normally people carc spam with the Cronus, and then they freeze, and one in-game exploit could beat that. So it definitely is tempting sometimes to think about going God mode, but honestly, if people are cheating too hard, I mean, our egos are really in check, so we just don't entertain that. Like it's just trolling behavior, and
Okay.
at the end of the day, we'll parlay them or we'll just leave. Like we don't have to challenge that or contest that, and
Hmm.
we just try to stay on the clean side. And so if people cheat too much, we'll just leave, and we don't really care. They can fight each other, fight themselves. So.
Hmm.
Why I don't cheat is 'cause I feel like I'd get no satisfaction or gratification out of it, and my
Hmm.
just me playing the game, getting killed, none of it would mean anything. I know it would just me being trash and just taking the easy way out. I'm sure
Hmm.
everyone else here feels the same about that. It just removes any thought of you being a good player right out the window, and I don't understand why people cheat. I mean, I do understand, but it's just at the same time, it's just I don't get why people do it.
Yeah, there's a certain emptiness to getting kills with cheats and freezing and shooting still bodies, and also a lack of accomplishment. But I mean, if these cheaters can consider these factors and they don't really give a crap, then It's no longer about like skill based gaming. It's like Taco said, it's just a giant troll by these you know these people with fragile egos, obviously, and you see a lot of them. A lot of the higher profile players in the comm, probably almost all of them. Um, they're all fragile
They
little
all
kids.
cheat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, it's like the game broke them, and they've been victimized too much, and they gotta create this this random main character villain arc that nobody really cares about, and you know everyone's trying to get themselves on the map to be known, and then you realize that you know you gotta watch out for what you're known for. But yeah, cheating is definitely no longer stigmatized in the comm, and it's pretty sad to see that.
Yeah, to add on that too, yeah, some people do it to protect their egos, like you said, like they don't want to lose, they don't want to feel like they're losing, so they do it to protect their ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. A lot of them just want to protect their ego and just they can't stand the pressure of another good player in their presence, so they'll just cheat. They just feel like to them a lot is on the line, and that they'll do anything in their power to kill you or not let them, uh, let you kill them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just get on this game to relax and have fun with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Just laugh and do silly stuff on here.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm level 844 as of right now, and I'm trying to get to 1,000, like as clean as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm already this far. I don't do anything. I don't tonic spam like most people do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do nothing like that.
Respect.
Um, yeah, just enjoy the game, how
Yeah.
it's supposed to be played. People will just get mad that uh you have skills.
Mm-hmm.
I've never cheated on any game. I don't see no need for it. I kind of grew up with if someone's good, someone's good, it's all GGs, you gotta you gotta like learn to take an L sometimes, and some people don't know how to just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't see no reason to cheat.
Yep. Jays?
I think the only cheating I've ever done was in Halo 3, like with my cousins and you know, screen peeking. That's about it.
Okay.
But like,
Classic. Physical
but
cheats.
in
Yeah.
Red Dead, my honest opinion, I see no value in cheating, kind
Mm-hmm.
of what everyone else really said, but I don't know, I feel like it's better when you shit on someone when you know
Mm-hmm.
you shit on them than relying on a blue box doing everything for you. So, you
Yeah.
know.
And I think it's more sustainable, especially running a crew. You don't have to convince people or manipulate people to buy these tools or to get involved in these these practices. It's much more simple, and you kind of go back to the origin of gaming, right? Like, why are we here? Is we're just picking up controllers, pressing buttons while looking at screens, essentially, right? So you kind of bring it back more to traditional gaming. So I think that's an important factor to consider, whether you're trying to be a clean crew or a cheating crew. Um, it's just it's just like a dark alley that people shouldn't go on, because it eventually leads to other things. I've seen it done. I've seen people change tons of times um, over it. Uh,
They go to the dark side, man. It's literally like going to the dark side for real.
yeah, yeah. So obviously, cheating does change people. Cheating and go down other things. But does anybody have any stories or examples of people that kind of got sucked into that world and kind of changed their personality for the worst? Any of that?
I do. Yeah. I've 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 had a close friend. I'm not gonna say their name
Mm-hmm.
for like, purposes because I don't want to like call them out. But they used to be like a clean pit player and I don't know really what happened to them, but they just I don't know, man. They picked up that freeze, they picked up the scripts and the booting panel, and they just
Mm-hmm.
ever since then, bro, it's just I don't know, man. They just went downhill from there. and their ego got bigger, and I just had to cut them off. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know.
Yeah, it's also awkward when, you always have to hear the same kind of conversations of,
Exactly.
people aren't even, playing. They're too busy looking at their IP pullers and their software and their freezes and stuff.
For
Everyone's
real.
It's like, I mean, I have a computer next to me too, but it's like, you just got to look in front of you sometimes and forget all that extra shit. And it's kind of funny because I kind of catch these people off guard at a distance, and then they get super pissed off, and I'm like, well, play the freaking game. Stop standing around and trying to read people's IP addresses. You look like a tool. So, all I gotta do
Yeah.
is encourage people to steer the course and keep fighting. Don't just like sit there and chill, because there's really no point of doing that. People are gonna call you out. They're gonna catch on that you're trying to cheat these fights and claim these false wins. I think that's something important to consider. But yeah.
100%. And like, my bad for cutting in, but
No, go
like
ahead.
today I had to drive 2 hours away from my house to replace a router, because someone thought it would be funny to basically melt the motherboard in my router. Um, so they owed me gas money. But yeah, I basically,
And a
this
router.
game, people think it's cool and funny to boot, I guess, even though it's just corny. That's all it is. It's just cornball activities. So yeah.
That used to be chastised in the gaming community too. Like people used to
Hmm.
frown and look down on booting
Mhm.
and cheating, and it's really welcomed and rewarded in this community. Like only this community is booting like so prevalent. Other games where booting is prevalent, like say GTA and other games, it's not as bad as on Red Dead. People
Mhm.
really just get so sucked into this game and just, take it way too far.
Yeah. Well, people are more scared to cheat on GTA because of the crackdowns that Rockstar does, whereas they
Yeah, that's true.
completely left
True.
this thing hanging, this game hanging. Um, but it's interesting that you say that it's like, it's even glorified. So the stigma got killed,
Hmm.
and I think that people playing this game for so long, eventually, like I said, the fragile egos, whoever's ego is more fragile, they tend to cave first, and I think this game breaks people all the time, particularly the calm. So that's when you
Especially the
see,
good leaders too, like the
yeah.
good crew leaders. Sorry, I don't mean to cut
No, no, go
cut
ahead.
you off there, but even the good crew leaders, like a lot of the good crew leaders who used to kick people for cheating,
Mm.
they've been ran out of comm. They just got sick and tired of the shit, all the bullshit. Excuse my
Mm.
language, but they got tired of all the cheating and all the drama, so they just left. They're like, forget it. You guys can have this game. I'll go play a different game. Like it's
Yeah.
not worth you're not worth my time or my energy. And so they've ran all the good crew leaders out that used to, kick people for cheating and booting and stuff. And there's just no standard anymore for crews like whatsoever
Hmm.
anymore.
And even, imagine all the people that got run out of the game that weren't leaders or high profile players or just known in general. It must have been in the thousands. Ultimately, killing part of the game and bringing up one of the biggest like downfalls for. So it's truly a sad thing to see happen, but at least people are still kind of playing, even though it's getting even though the lobbies are getting emptier. People are still playing and enjoying the game to a certain extent, and it's nice to see once again that you guys maintained your discipline and you chose to get better the natural way, and you stick to your guns when it comes to staying clean. Congrats, kudos to you guys. Respect.
Yeah, thank you, man. And that's what PvP is all about, man. I mean, that's the core of player
For real.
versus player is competing against other players, their skill, their reaction time, outthinking players, outplaying them. Like
Hmm.
sometimes I'll juke people in the sniper, and it's really funny to see when people depend on their sniping for aiming. You can like juke them, and it's really funny. But that's what PvP is supposed to be about, like beating people and their skill, like outplaying somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Does anybody have any memorable cheating stories or anything like that to go through? I'd love to hear some of these experiences.
Oh, don't get me started, man. Really.
Okay, go.
Uh, I've been around for a while. I mean, I've known Jewish Kid for almost 2 years now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we've run into some interesting characters. Um, it's kind of funny because the more and more you play the game, the more and more you see the cheating get worse.
Mhm.
And I've seen a dude like freeze me in God mode and then sit in post office in my DMs talking cash shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it's always the
Pretty
the
sad.
cheaters that are the most outspoken
for
in terms
real.
of like shit talking and toxicity. It's kind of ironic, and it kind of goes to prove it kind of proves that they're kind of they're more likely to be in like a dark state, a dark place in their life, and they kind of take it out on people in the game, which is
Yeah.
pretty lame if you think about it, because no one really deserves to be kicked off the internet, or I don't know, doxxed, or you know frozen.
For real, yeah.
Any other cheating stories to go around?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What did you wish
Go ahead,
good?
bro.
Oh yeah. I've been frozen maybe too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was one time where like I literally couldn't spawn in like at all. Like I would spawn in and I would already be downed. Like it was insane, and I just don't understand why people need that. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
I think for me is when I'm playing someone clean. This actually just happened recently, where I'll fight people that are playing clean, and then I'll just destroy them, or I'll play them, and then they start. That's when they start cheating. That's when they start freezing me and going to God mode. I think that's just the funniest stuff, is that their ego is just so hurt that the only way to them to salvage their ego and their reputation is to cheat. When honestly, it just makes it worse for them. But obviously, they don't have that way of thinking.
Mm.
Yeah, some people just cannot. They just hate, and they cannot just be like, "Damn, GG's, bro. You're really cracked." Shit.
Yeah. Always. It's always interesting to see that, and also bringing up the level of a hypocrisy. Especially when people falsely accuse you of cheating, and they literally live in God mode, or they're always freezing. Especially these crews. These giant, especially these giant cheating crews. It's pretty hilarious to see them flip out when they think that you're cheating them, and they say all these nasty stuff, and they'll send you DMs, and you're cheating and whatever. It's like, I find that insanely immature, or maybe they're just
And they're the
trolling.
only ones cheating too. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy, man. Sorry.
yeah, you're good. So yeah, the blatant hypocrisy, particularly from Mob, FFX, and DAF. The usual 2025 washed crews. Um, I mean, these guys are probably the biggest hypocrites in the comm, and they just they, it's
I
just
think
it's just
they're all just
laughable.
trolls and role players, man. Like seriously, that's how I look at them. They're trolls and they're role players. Like they
Hmm.
claim to be a PvP oriented crew, but they don't PvP. They just troll
Hmm.
the hell out of people. Like they're just role players. They're role playing on this video game as the biggest, baddest crew in comm, and it's like none of you are good. You've never been good. You never were good. You've always sucked. You've always booted. Like you were never a good crew.
Hmm.
But they're just trying to keep that legend alive. But it's just role play. Like they're just role
Yeah.
players.
I see them as status players. It's all about, it's like a popularity contest, and if you're getting kills on the kill feed, no matter what, it's people are gonna think that you're involved, and you're contributing to the crew, and you're moving up, and it just becomes a giant like cornball fest, in my opinion. But
It's a good way to put it.
yeah, it's just
like it's high school.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure. And then just seeing their reaction in the DMs. I mean, yeah, some of them are trolls, but some of them are really tied to this cheating persona. And then, once it gets thrown back in their face, or their plan backfires, you see them melt like snowflakes. So, hilarious. hilarious to see, and also it shows their true colors. So I mean, I can never take these people seriously, and I think that a lot of others don't either.
No, the whole comm doesn't take them seriously like nobody does.
Yeah.
For
I
real.
don't. They take them. They're the only ones that take themselves seriously. That's why I
Yeah.
like the comm role players, because.
Yeah. From a like skill-based perspective, I'm talking about. It's like everybody's, talking so much crap, and it's like everyone's at their own throats, and it's like, well, your play style is essentially useless. Not even useless, but detrimental to the state of the game, and then people still try to say that this crew's on top or we're on top, and it's like you're on top of loser land. That's all I see. It's like, and it's automatic dubs to any clean crews that are fighting cheaters immediately. Any kill you get as a freeze lagger should just be voided completely.
Yeah, it's invalid. It is.
Yeah.
It's completely invalid.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about this, but it'd be crazy to implement some sort of cheating detection in the game to be like, oh, it was a cheating kill, like it changes the color of the kill feed. Like instead of your name being blue or red, it'll be like rainbow or some shit, or I don't know.
We thought about that too. Like if
Oh
you
yeah.
had a Cronus plugged in, that Xbox could detect that and put like a bad sport icon on your profile.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty hilarious. Yeah, just expose everybody who's trying to lie and say they don't have Cronus.
Yeah. Some sort of like thing to differentiate the clean players to the cheaters and stuff. There's all kinds of ways to troll them back. You can, in GTA they have the bad sport lobbies. You pit all the cheating peasants against each other. They should have done that here, but what are you gonna do? Not on this
For
game.
real.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to chime in on that, or good?
I think it'd just be hilarious if Rockstar just got rid of cheating completely and just found a way to just prevent it. And if Rockstar succeeded in that, the population of Red Dead, at least the PvP community, would diminish significantly.
Yeah, it would.
There'd be so many people that would not play the game anymore because they can't cheat. Like Mob and FFX and all these other cheating crews, they would just not play the game anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like taking their toys away from them.
Yeah.
They don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, they're gonna get killed if they get out there. So yeah, it makes total sense. In your opinion, guys, what does a perfect PvP world look like in RDR?
Just clean fights, no crafts. I mean, it's really that simple. Like no E rounds, no ensigns, no devos. Um, Devos take no skill, obviously. So neither do ensigns. Like ensigns is just like a 50-50 chance, especially if someone's in slip. It's 50-50 if it's gonna hit you. So there's really no skill in that. You're not out aiming somebody. You're not out playing someone. You're just using a craft to get an easy kill. And so it doesn't take any skill. So I think just clean fights, regular bullets, no cheating, no crafts. That's like the ideal PvP scenario.
Rolling back features, kind of bring it back to like RDR1 or something.
I would agree with Taco pretty much. Just no cheating, no. I could maybe deal with ensigns, but I would still say no ensigns, and obviously debos are a big no-no. I wish they would just take those out of the game completely.
Yeah, or like I don't know, some of these weapons definitely need a nerf. You guys mentioned certain aspects of how you conduct yourself online. What kind of content do you guys make, and how do you deal with any sort of backlash for what you post?
I just try to post like my best clips. Like I started IG because my friends wanted me to, because a lot of people thought I was cheating. So I did that to just kind of showcase some of my best shots, like my like my one tap headshots, and that's really the only content I roll out. I mean, I might roll out some in-game beef. Like if someone says I'm cheating, then I'll like screenshot it and show me killing them legit, and then. That's really it. I try to stay away from all the toxicity, like all the booting, the doxing, and shit like that. I don't really engage in any of that.
Yeah,
But,
it's toxic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I made this Instagram account, my main Instagram account, when I joined TGO, and I kind of saw what Taco and the rest of the TGO members were posting, making montages, and it kind of intrigued me. So once I started rolling with them, when we got into fights, I just compile clips and like my best shots, and yeah, I just kind of got hooked on making montages.
Yeah.
They're pretty fun to make, and it's fun showcasing like your best shots for people to see, and in terms of that's all I really post. I don't really get into personal beef or drama.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, like I'll post on my story and I'll leave it there for like maybe an hour or two and then I'll just delete it. I don't ever leave it there for like a whole day.
Mm-hmm. Just to like send a message.
Yeah, just to make sure that that the person, if I know the person I'm beefing with has seen it, I'll just remove it. I'm not there to like get clout or garner attention. It's just kind of there for them to see it and then I'll just delete it.
Okay, okay. And with you particularly, Governor, because I watch a lot of your stuff too. You were kind of influenced by this character in The Walking Dead, I think, right? Your intros are taken from the show at times, and I guess you were inspired by this character, right?
Yeah, the governor from The Walking Dead, correct? Best
Yeah.
villain,
Why
best
is?
character.
Oh yeah. Okay. And
After Negan, of course, but yeah.
what inspired you to
Blasphemy.
what inspired you to choose the governor?
Well, I've always been a big fan of the governor, even before Red Dead. Red Dead wasn't like directly influenced by me picking the governor. It was just kind of like um, I had seen some montages where people had made like unique intros, and I guess I just gave it my personal little touch and just put scenes of him into my intros. I made some pretty good ones, and yeah, every not all of them. My earlier TGO montages didn't contain governor intros. It was just like um, a TGO profile picture with the governor on it. But I think after I left TGO, that's when I started to implement governor scenes as my intros. But I think they just fit well, and I usually make some pretty good like transitions. Like it'll be a clip of the governor, and it'll make kind of a cool transition into my clips. So I think they fit pretty well, and yeah.
What makes you choose certain scenes? Is it the camera angles? Is it your character in frame? Is it like it's the badassness of him, or how do you know? How do you choose?
Yeah, I would just say it's honestly just kind of the badassness of him. He's just such a badass character.
Okay. And what about Beta? Does your social media like accounts ever get you in trouble, or what kind of stuff do you upload?
Just my silly little videos of me being in funny situations or just my PvP on here. Um, I'm not really big into social media. I was bullied by previous friends to get one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I just love to upload my sillier videos. I have a whole bunch of montages. I'm just really lazy to actually
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah, I bet it's very tedious to and time consuming. Make edits all the time for sure. It takes a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
But like online, do you ever get harassed or do people ever bother you?
Um. Yeah.
All the
I mean,
time.
I have my profile picture up, so everybody's gonna go for the girl. All
That's
the
trouble.
yeah, but it's whatever. I sometimes just don't respond to it. There's a lot of people in my message requests and all that, and I just don't pay them any mind.
And do you find that guys on RDR a lot more thirstier than other games, or is it just normal behavior on Xbox?
Just normal behavior, I guess. A lot of people thought I was a guy because I had never talked online. I never messaged back even.
Okay, wow.
And I don't. Yeah, a lot of people were really surprised that I was an actual woman.
Crazy. And Jewish Kid, do you upload online?
I've never made a montage or anything like that. I may have posted like maybe like something on my story, but
Yeah.
I'm not really on like social anymore.
Yeah, you don't need to be. It's just like
Yeah,
a hobby, I guess you could say, unless you're making bank from
yeah. But I love seeing people's like clips and stuff. I love seeing montages.
it. Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll make one. But who knows?
And what about Jay's?
You know, sometimes it really depends on the day, really. Haven't really made I make Reddit montages obviously, but it's been a while. But most of the time it's like send stupid reels to my friends,
Hmm.
put shit on my story, stuff like that. And just laugh at people beefing with each other. It's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So in general, you guys have a pretty decent grasp on your social media, and you try to avoid the more toxic side of it. What are good tips on staying out of drama in RDR? Does anybody have any?
I just don't engage with people that boot. Like,
Hmm.
there's some booters out here. I try not to engage with them. I try just to just leave them be. I block them. I don't talk to them. I don't message them.
Hmm.
I don't want to be on their radar. And I'm on a VPN, so I can't get booted. But I still don't want them bothering me. I don't want them coming after me and harassing me. So I try not to. I try just not to give them any energy or provoke them at all. Like, I just
Hmm.
try to just let them do their thing. You do your thing, just do it away from me. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to play the game with friends.
Hmm. So so you're avoiding booters. I mean, obviously these people are the biggest children in the game who are absolutely you know power hungry for this you know this these home holds and these booting panels and stuff. But like, if you're on a VPN, you're technically protected. Why do you single out booters to avoid them if you're already covered?
Just because I don't want that type of energy around me. Like, I
Yeah,
don't want those type of people after me. I
yeah,
might have friends that aren't on a VPN, and I don't want to put them at risk just for stepping on someone's ego in Red Dead.
yeah,
So
yeah. And
it's like, you
booters.
know what? Yeah. Sometimes I'll just message him like, "GG, you're up, bro." Like, honestly, I don't care. Like, fuck it.
That's fun. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, GG, you're better.
respect for not bringing more unnecessary danger to your crew and the people around you. So that's definitely a great answer. I can definitely get on board with that. And excellent advice to not provoke these people that hide, these angry people that hide behind their screens all night.
Because they are obsessive. They will never stop. They will never
Yeah.
forget.
Well,
So let them obsess over someone else. Let them give that. Someone else will give them that energy, and they
oh yeah,
can they can fight each other. Fuck it.
yeah, yeah. Governor, any tips?
Yeah, I would just say not to entertain them because that's what they want. They want a reaction, and
Yeah.
if you give them what they want, it just fuels them to keep going. So if you just ignore them, at some point they'll just stop. It's just the best thing. And with Taco said, it's you definitely don't want to entertain them because then it puts other people like in our crew. I know we have some people in our crew that don't have VPNs. It puts them in danger,
Mm-hmm.
and I think some people have been booted because of that. So usually just me personally. I just typically don't entertain them if they message me or if they kill me. I just parlay them, or if they message me, I just don't say anything
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they're just trolls and they want a reaction and they're not gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody have any other tips or points to bring up? Avoid drama.
Just block them. Yeah. For
Yeah.
anybody who's new, block them. Don't be afraid to block them. Like, who cares? I know some people take screenshots of that or screen recordings. I don't care. I'll block anyone that cheats or boots.
Yeah.
And appear online to friends only. Change your privacy settings, and then just stay away from that type of that toxicity. Just avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, you can avoid it, but unfortunately, you'll step on someone's ego someday, regardless of how much you try to avoid it, and you'll piss somebody off for no good reason other than you just beat them in the game.
So, interesting questions here, and you're giving some pretty good answers. But I wanted to kind kind of go into the more philosophical side of the podcast. If particularly for Taco, if you could go back and change something about your crew, would you, and what would it be if so?
No, nothing really. I like the crew here. I like the people that we have. Our whole basis of Unity was, Pip and Slip snipers coming together as one, and I think we have a good balance of Pip players and snipers, and we don't like I'm a good sniper, but my weakness is Pip, and so now we have like some good Pip players to make up for that, and that's
Hmm.
like the whole core of Unity. Like that was the whole idea is Pip,
Yeah.
different players with different skill levels, coming together. So I think we have a good group of people here. We have a good crew. We might not be the biggest or the most known or whatever, but I like our group of people here, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Hmm. And it's interesting you say that the backing each other up with different strategies and skills, and that's I find that a very unique part of RDO in general. It's like how you can just get you can almost implement different roles within your crew in PvPing. So um, I that's a strong factor of RDO being unique. But segueing to the next question, what makes RDO so different compared to other games?
I think it's just the old western. Like it's an old cowboy game. It's an
Hmm.
open world game, and you have all types of players here. You have your role players. You have grinders, people that just grind. That's how I started out. You have your PvP players. It's just an open world. You can do whatever you want. You can be peaceful players. You can be a griefer. Um, it's just it's whatever you want to do, however
Hmm.
you want to play. So I think that's what makes it really unique. I know that's why I love the game. Um, and the scenery on this game's awesome as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
gotta love the scenery.
Graphics for its time and stuff for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
What
Yeah.
about Governor?
Red Dead Online is just one of those games that supports a lot of playstyles. I feel like in GTA 5, it's either you're a PvPer or you're a grinder.
Yeah.
I feel like this game offers a lot more playstyles, and it's a lot more of a relaxing game. GTA 5 is not a very relaxing game at all. You have to be just like looking over your shoulder 24/7, which on this game you still have to worry about sort of, but this game is just a lot more peaceful and it's just a lot more for people to do on here. And
Yeah.
it's just sad that Rockstar has abandoned it in favor of GTA 5, and it's really depressing because this game, this online, has the potential of being the greatest open world multiplayer game ever made.
Hmm.
Like if Rockstar just put in the time and the effort and the funding, this game could have been so much better than what it is already.
Yeah, even Rockstar executives admitted to Red Dead 2 being the best game they ever made or whatnot. So it's pretty interesting to see even the leaders, the high ups, even saying that. But you know, I guess GTA 6 got too big and for development, and they had to cut corners on games that bring in less profit because that's how corporations work these days. The money runs the world, and uh, you gotta make the cash, not the fun. I guess. Move on, but
Yeah, this game is the Cinderella of games, unfortunately. It's the
Hmm.
neglected game that could have, so much wasted potential, man. Like for real. We don't even have a
Yeah,
robber, like a proper robbery in the game.
mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but
maybe be
like
an outlaw game.
for real,
Exactly.
I agree. I think the thing like I take away is that the PvP is this is the only game where the PvP is the PvP, you know what I mean? Like it's not like Call of Duty where every Call of Duty is the same.
Hmm.
This is a game where you can't find anything like it but the game, you know what I mean? It has a special thing about it. That's why people play it, you know what I mean? For 8, 7 years it's been out. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of versatility. And what about the community compared to other games? Not the design of it, but the people on it. How would you compare the community to other communities on other video games?
This community is the freaking worst.
For
Like it
real.
really is. This is the most toxic, petty, vindictive comm I've ever been a part of. Any other game, you just throw up an LFG, you find people to vibe with, chill with, and you play and you have a good time. It's only on here do you have to worry. You have to be an expert in cybersecurity and get a VPN and everything else. So this game is the
For
worst game.
real.
Like sometimes I go to turn my VP on to play it, and I'm like, God, do I really want to keep playing this game? And
That's deep.
yeah, like take like Warhammer for example. That community is the most wholesome community ever. You find
Wow.
people there, they're open to help you. They encourage new players. They want to help people. This game is just like it's just so toxic. They just want to hurt people or inflict the like inf-
Like pain.
inflict drama and just pain on people. It's just ridiculous, man, for real.
Yeah.
This game's community makes GTA 5's community look like a happy, fun time dreamland over there.
Oh my god, bro.
Which is saying a
I thought
lot.
it was gonna be completely different. Like to Red Dead or GTA was supposed to be the toxic community, and
Yeah.
Red Dead was supposed to be the chill, and it's the complete opposite when you get into PvP. Like seriously.
Hmm.
Yeah, the average GTA 5 player would think that Red Dead is like this wholesome place where everyone helps each other, but they're gonna have a real awakening when they get on this game. It's no joke on here.
Hmm. And what about Jewish Kid? Do you have anything to add?
Mm, most people, I don't know, just experience it.
Yeah, you have to like
Same
find
way I
out.
did.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest. Like, this community, sometimes I just want to delete my Instagram. Like, Jesus, man. Like, you'll see a dude come into this community. He's a chill guy, and then 2 weeks later, he's getting exposed for something, and then he's getting doxxed, and boom, there you go. His entire family's posted.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine like playing Black Ops 2 back in the day, but instead of it just being trash talking, you get doxxed,
Mhm.
basically. So,
Yeah, doxing is very active. It's very possible to have it happen to you. Depending on how many people or who you provoke. But yeah, the RDR com is probably the most famous for dragging your family into this and
It's the only
slandering them.
calm. No
and
other
people
game.
forget.
No other game is like this. It's only Red Dead. Like seriously, not even GTA.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah, it's gonna.
But GTA kind of raised this culture that eventually moved to Red Dead. Before Red Dead came out, the booting was running rampant in GTA until the crackdown, and you had a lot of barcode posers thinking that they're super edgy and stuff like that. And eventually, when they got spooked from Rockstar banhammers, they can go to the Wild West where there's no rules, and the people that run the game aren't really responding to you or doing anything about the abuse that you experience online. So they're definitely intertwined, but eventually the cesspool of GTA definitely moved into Red Dead for sure.
Um, yeah, like, you know, uh, I know I kind of feel like they did the no rule thing on purpose. I just, can't prove it yet. But
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
um, you know, it's weird because they could fix any glitch in the game,
Mhm.
but they decide not to. You know what I mean? They'll ban your account before they fix the glitch. You know what I mean? Every update, God mode gets buffed. Like, I'm being for real. Like, I feel like every update, they make it easier to get God mode. I
That's
don't know
crazy.
why, but
So, guys, I gotta ask a very common question. I'd like to, tell people here. The pod is RDR dead in its current state? And if so, how?
I mean, I guess yes and no. I mean, there's no new content. So you kind of have to just do with what you have. Like what we have is what we got, and you got to make the best of it.
Hmm.
So I think one thing that kills Red Dead a lot is not the lack of content, but all the cheating and the booting and the doxing.
Yeah.
Like all my friends that have left COM, nobody has ever been like, you know what, Red Dead's not pumping out new content on board. What makes them want to leave is because they're just tired of getting froze every single game or
Mm.
booted every
Yeah.
other, war. You can't even join a war without a VPN anymore or something without risking getting booted. So I think that's what's killing the game, not really the lack of content.
Yeah. The VPN club is pretty lame. I had to join it too.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm gonna restart. Yeah, the VPN club is definitely a little annoying. People have to pay $10 a month just to secure their IP address to play this game. That it's probably even less than $10 right now at this point. But it's definitely sad that it had to turn into that. And obviously the how dirty the community got and the lack of stigmatization of cheats definitely double tapped it around. We could kind of talk about that too if you guys want, because we were talking about GTA before, and we kind of people like to compare the two because they're both supported by Rockstar, but they're the way that Rockstar handles both games are completely different, right? I mean, obviously GTA came out first, and cheating was essentially born in that game that eventually came to RDR. But it was never as toxic, even though there's more players. I mean, GTA never seemed to be um, too bad. Does anybody have any comments on that? Comparing the GTA com and the RDR com?
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
can. I was a part of GTA 5 comm. I was actually in a lot of Milsims back in the day, way back in the day, probably back in like 2016,
Mm-hmm.
2017, and there weren't really any cheaters that I can recall. Very little. If there were, like I said, they're very little. I just feel like cheating on that game is way harder. For some reason, it's just so easy for people to cheat on Red Dead opposed to GTA 5.
Mm-hmm. Especially the lack of discipline and the lack of ban hammers going around. Everybody was scared shitless on GTA when they cracked down, and then I think it kind of encouraged every all the, and I think it kind of encouraged all the dirty players to come into the RDR com because they can cheat without any punishment. So that definitely affected the outcome of the community and the state of what the game is today. But
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna, I was just gonna agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. I think people just know that they can come onto this game and cheat without
Mm-hmm.
any consequences.
Yeah. Um, and what about the right side of the panel here? You guys also in agreement that the game is dead, or do you think that it's kind of surviving?
Oh yeah, it's dead as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Um, from like a PvPer's like point of view, when all I want to do is fight people, and the only thing I can fight are a bunch of egotistical lag switchers and booters and shit like that. Um, yeah, I'd say like for the PvP side, it's dying more and more, but also kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I think like, I don't know if Rockstar decided to ever do something, I think maybe people would come back or leave, but it's just I don't know.
Yeah, Rockstar definitely sold out on on uh, on the way they handle the games and stuff. Cutting support for RDR because of GTA 6, and um, they obviously know that if they started banning people in RDR, everyone would just drop it. So they let everyone kind of cheat against each other, and then the drama kind of fuels people to keep playing. Right? It's kind of strange. It's like you start playing the game for hate instead of entertainment. You're playing out of spite. You know?
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't say it better.
Yeah,
That is so true. Yeah.
yeah, and you even have you even have a lot of people just standing around doing nothing to thinking it's like popular to just be online and be you think you're active by just standing around, and you think you're involved, and I don't know. It's just kind of strange. It's a strange state that I've never seen in other games. And you know, you don't. I mean, yeah, people are idling and just like hanging around and doing nothing sometimes in other games, but it's just like people literally come here to do nothing sometimes and just to show that they're like not scared or they want to bait people in or I don't know. That's kind of what I see. Does anybody have an opinion on that?
I actually do, not gonna lie. Um, I see people all the time like hide and post and then get you in your DMs and like talk hella shit.
Hmm.
And all they'll do is sit there and yap and not actually come out and prove a point that they're actually good. And it's kind of just funny to laugh at. Um, and then when they do come out and fight and they get like, you know, absolutely dunked on, they sit there and they'll get a booter or someone in the lobby to try to like, you know, prove that their ego's bigger. And I'm like, you know, it's if your ego's that big, you might as well be good, but it's just the complete opposite.
Hmm. Does anybody else want to chime in
Shows
on
how
this?
fragile their ego is. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
most people's egos are really fragile, and they just can't handle dying. You know, they can't. They just can't handle competing. You know, they can't. They want to be. I don't know. It's like they just want to fight noobs all day. Like they can't just compete with people that are equal or higher level skill. They can't just be dang, that dude's really cracked. Like, holy shit. You know, they gotta get mad and just like scream he's cheating, and so they cheat back, or yeah, and or they inevitably boot. You know,
Hmm.
so yeah, it's really annoying.
Oh yeah, we got tons of stories on that. Well, I mean, like we're identifying problems here. What are the solutions to solving this? I guess you could say cheating crisis, or just like help saving the game or the community. How could players essentially improve their experience in the game? We'll start from the left.
Um,
By the way,
I
this is
think
a
just
sorry. I gotta cut you off. This is the call out. By the way, this is
I
me.
was wondering. Yeah, I was gonna steer in that direction. Yeah.
All right, so you're good. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, just we'll start from left to right.
Okay. Yeah. So I think people just gotta stop taking it so personally. Just let their ego go. Learn how to die. And just admit your weaknesses.
Hmm.
Like I think that's one of the important things. Like some of the people in the comm, um, some people in the comm just try to control other players.
Yeah.
Uh, like Ghoul, for example. Like he
Oh
might be
yeah.
good at one small limited portion of the game, but he just sucks at everything else. Like he just sucks at free roaming. Rather than just admitting that, he just tries to devalue everyone else's playstyle instead.
Yeah, and he's particularly sensitive when any sort of drama happens or he gets targeted, which is ironic considering he's not the most ethical player that I've seen, right?
Yeah, true, true.
So yeah, like I guess some solid advice initially would be, not to cave to cheats. Stay clean as best as you can, and as long as you can, um, and try not to surround yourself with negativity or toxic people. Right? Um, it's it's probably a lot easier to just get lost in that world when when you start to change your ethics about gaming and stuff. So, does anybody have any comments about that?
Yeah, I would definitely just say focus on just having fun and just being competitive at the game. There's no need to take it so serious, and it's definitely important to make sure that you don't hang out with people that cheat, because I feel like the more you hang out with those people, the more you are likely to inherit those traits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, and the perfect example, even like we bring up Ghoul, running into him, what happens is, everybody jumps, everybody does. It's kind of what makes the game go around, but all of a sudden when cheaters are getting jumped, you got to call in the boys and try to lock in the fight, try to win the fight, and if it's not winnable, you got to boot them out.
Don't forget the booter, man. I gotta bring that guy in
Yeah.
every single time.
Well,
Yep.
can anyone talk about what happened when we ran into him?
Yeah, he likes to proclaim himself as like the king of Red Dead, but like I said, he's only the king of like maybe PIB 1v1s. Like if you're gonna proclaim yourself the king of the game, then Why are you only good at one small like portion of the game? He sucks at everything else. And rather than just admitting that he sucks at everything else, he just, he just complains about it, parlays, and tries to devalue everybody else's playstyle. And then when they can't win a free roam war, they just resort to cheating and even booting, going god mode. So it's like there's no real point in fighting them. They like to proclaim themselves as the best, but they really just suck. They're only good at one small portion of the game.
Yeah, and it's an insane hypocrisy to claim any sort of skill when, obviously the cheats and cutting internet comes into effect. Those are obvious L's, especially when you're doing it to clean crews. It's probably even a bigger L to do that. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
I've actually had my router fried because of a PvP 1v1, so yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
yeah, it's almost inevitable unless you get a VPN. I know that some routers could take a beating, but eventually, they'll give out. So,
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
for
only
real.
the only real solution is you either stop playing the game or VPN up. At least Ghoul, you got to give credit where credit is due. At least he doesn't freeze lag, right? I mean, he's
True.
like a minimal cheater or something. I've heard, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, I mean, you got to give him credit for not freeze lagging, but he plays with nothing but cheaters. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, like everybody, especially everybody in Pier, they like proclaim themselves to be the best players in the game. But yeah, all they do is cheat. They suck.
Yeah. Yeah. And it brings out the worst in people. Another legitimate form of advice that I would give is if you're in a bad place in your life, try to identify the issues, and it's really unfair to take it out on the comm. So let people play and let people do what they do. If you gotta jump fighters, jump PvPers, but don't do it to get attention. You know what I mean? Unless they're coming after you. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, there's plenty of drama to go get with jumping actual PvPers. So, yeah. Does anybody else have any sort of advice to give to gamers out there playing this game?
Be careful who you hang out with.
Yeah,
Don't trust anyone just because they claim to be nice.
that's deep. Yeah, all these extra things and workarounds to try to win fights and or even kick you out of the game. These are all control tactics, right? Cheaters obsess over control. They want you thinking about them. They want you, they want to get in your head and stuff like that. So you gotta
Mm-hmm.
you gotta expect it. Even coming on the podcast, you guys are kudos to you for pulling up. But everybody's taking a risk just by saying just by talking about this sort of stuff could get you in trouble. But it's still important to spread awareness about everything, whether it's like the cheating, the booting, and even the doxing. Another huge form of control is dox blackmail, and you send photos to the wrong people, or your personal social media gets discovered. People need to take that into consideration, that your personal information can and probably will get revealed if you stir the pot enough, just by speaking your mind and giving your opinion on online.
Oh yeah, my picture's been spread around comm for quite a while now. Ever since I left TGO, my
Okay.
docs has been spread around because of unfortunately trusting the wrong people. So that's definitely an important thing, is to make sure you know who you're talking to, and just not to trust everyone, like Jewish said, just because they're nice or
Yeah.
polite.
But it's complicated at the same time, because you never know when people are gonna switch up, or like change, or just start hanging around with new people, and then they become that. I mean, I've seen that happen plenty of times, where you're like, damn, this guy used to be pretty nice and fun to be around, and then you turn into something else, and you're like, what, I have to be around this person right now. This is like these are my friends, and they're an extension of me. So do I represent this? Do I feel out of place? I encourage people to kind of ask questions when social dynamics are changing like that in the comm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also yeah, so and also like doxing. I mean, yeah, it's bad to get to dox someone, but it's even worse to go after families, right? Has um anybody had any experience with that, where like doxing just got out of hand, where it just got ridiculous?
Yeah, I've had that happen like with one of my old friends, not Nisi. We actually used to be friends, but now he just hates the shit out of me. But yeah, he had to spend like hours, I'd assume going through my family members' Facebooks,
Wow.
looking through their albums to find like a really old picture of me. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit. I was like, where the fuck did that photo even come from? Because like I know it wasn't on my personal album, so he had to go through like my family members' albums to find that really old picture. I was
Wow.
like, damn, because that's like 10 or 12 years old now. So
Insane. So yeah, your families are possibly vulnerable, and it's always through Facebook. Facebook seems to be busting everybody. And I know that I've been involved in certain things with information, but we're changing the um, strategies in terms of exposure, and I don't think that it's ever necessary to bring it there, especially the families. I mean, if you got to go after families, you're an utter piece of shit. They don't deserve any of that, even if their kid or their son or anything they offended you or harassed you. I mean, just leave the families out of it. You know, people have lives outside of this game, believe it or not, and they don't give a crap about getting involved. Um, about it. You know,
For real. Yeah.
do you have any opinions on that?
I have some unkind words to say, but yeah.
Go for it.
You know, people that dox, I mean, excuse me from when I say this, but if you dox a man as a grown man yourself and you're looking through photos of a dude to post on the internet, it's kind of fruity, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely kind of zesty, and especially like
mhm,
the nudes. Like people are storing,
kind of weird.
you know, like
Yeah.
male nudes.
it's like, why do you have that in your phone in the first place, man? Like seriously.
You gotta
Yeah.
sit there and think about it.
Why are
Every
you
time you
holding
open
on
up
to
your
that
phone,
over a video game? You
Why do
know?
you have so many
Yeah.
dicks in your phone?
like you're just looking at meat constantly. So yeah.
Yeah, closeted. For sure. So, but besides that, like kind of going after the families is huge. Is very
It's a
drastic and really bitch
yeah.
made.
It really is, bro. Especially like going after someone, say like you don't really have that much family, like someone going after your grandma or something, and like just nothing to do with you playing Pib in a video game and shitting on someone. So you're gonna go after a family member just because you're hurt about something happening in a game. Like
Hmm.
this is the only game that doxing is so prominent, but like yeah, it's just so weird.
Yeah, very strange. Best advice is to kind of maybe deactivate your social media for a while, or your family's social media, or maybe tweak the privacy preferences, and just try to like get control over your accounts the best you can. And people will even go through background checks. People will literally go through like background check databases, and try to find your criminal record, or your marriage records, or your information about your business or your work. So everyone needs to be conscious of that too. Low lifes have been known to threaten people's work environment. You can get fired. You could get framed. All sorts of stuff. So it's
I know
important.
of a person that does that a lot, bro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And
Yeah, the leader of DAF is especially one of them, bro. Yeah.
yeah, and we all know how much of a bum that kid is. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, don't you don't necessarily need to be scared, but try to anticipate how these people think. For example, with DAF, it's kind of like that they're going to resort to that, so you kind of take precautions before you ever go near them, and especially if you think about joining them, I would strongly encourage you to reconsider that decision, because they don't really bring much to the table in any shape, way or form. But you do risk, and you probably will get your nudes leaked if you do share it with anybody in that community, in that crew. So always keep that in mind. Not only DAF, obviously, the other Wash crews, FFX, Mob, and others as well. No one's safe. If you think that you're invincible, you're definitely not. So yeah, it's a good point that you bring up. Like and when people, the biggest hypocrites, literally don't give a crap about what you think, and they're gonna do it anyways. It has nothing to do with ethics or feeling bad. It's usually because, like I said before, people are in a bad place in their life. They maybe they're miserable or whatnot, and then the more depressed you are, the less you care, and the more sociopathic you kind of turn into, right?
For real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it blows my mind that people go that far, man. Like it's
Mhm.
it's just Red Dead, man. Like seriously, holy. Like the fact that people are that bothered by it, it just shows how bothered they are. Like people will do that and then act like they don't care. They're unbothered, but it's like you're clearly bothered, man. To go that far is just insane, man. To be so obsessed with someone and let them and to occupy so much of your time to like do something like that, like run a background check or something. It's just, man, it's just insane, man. Like I know gaming is a hobby, but get a different hobby, bro.
Yeah.
Man, like go
Spend that
golfing or
time doing
something for real.
something better with your time. Jesus Christ.
Go golfing, maybe play some basketball, like exercise or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
For real. Jesus Christ.
I agree for the most part, but if you're actually dangerous, it's kind of important to know, like the PDFs and the abusers and the what do you call it? The criminals. You know what I mean? If
That's true. Yeah.
if you're like a criminal, if you steal people's identities or you've tried to, and especially if you brag about it, I mean, you got to stay away from these people. Guaranteed. It's like you said, it's pretty low. It's pretty cheesy and corny, but if people are actually dangerous, it's important to kind of spread awareness.
Healthy situations, it's healthy in some situations, but
Rarely,
when it
though.
comes to like, yeah, when it comes to like PvP or anything, it's just you're just soft,
Yeah,
So
yeah, and most people that are getting doxxed don't even really do anything, right? It's like, do they really deserve do they really deserve what's happening to them? Was it worth starting a dox war over this junk? Definitely
yeah,
not.
for real.
I just shit on people and then I get doxxed like every other couple weeks.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
enjoy
I'll
it though because I get
see
to
people
look
will
at them.
post it, and yeah, and I just like, oh, sorry, I shit on you. My bad.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't even know who you are, but most of the time I don't even know who they are. It's like, sorry, I don't even know who you are. My bad.
yeah.
You weren't significant enough in the game for me to remember you. Oops.
Yeah. It comes with the territory, and you just gotta, take it on the chin and move on. The show must go on, right? Try not to let it affect too much of your life, and eventually, people forget. No one really cares to dwell on it that long. It's just more for slander and to, it's something to say. If ever you guys get into a fight and insult each other. So
For
yeah.
real.
What keeps you guys going today? You guys have been playing for a long time, and you don't seem too discouraged about it. What makes you stay in the game?
Because we just get on to have a good time. We get
Mhm.
on to
hmm
PvP. We're obviously really high skilled players, and we just get on to have a good time. We just joke around, goof around, which is what gaming's supposed to be about. So, I mean, we do play really competitively at times. Like sometimes we'll work together and strategize, but most of the time we're just joking around,
Yeah.
goofing off, talking about comparing like who just anything talking about different topics, football, whatever. So
Hmm.
um
Packers
yeah,
are
we
the
just play for
best.
fun.
Packers are the
The-
best.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get on that topic.
Yeah. You guys are big on football, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you guys all go for
yeah,
the same team?
Gov's football team went down in history
Yeah,
for
16.
sucking, but they still
Yeah.
went down. They still went down in history though.
I won 16, no Super Bowl. It's kind of crazy.
Getting bullied over here.
It's okay. You'll get it one time, man. It's alright.
Who's 0-16? What team?
Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Worst team in the NFL.
Damn.
Alright,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a little talk after this.
It's cool. It's cool to
Yeah,
see you
guys,
guys.
I'm getting cooked.
It's still nice to see how you guys bond over sports, and it kind of takes the relieves the pressure off of the game. Are you guys in a fantasy football league or something, or?
Not this
I am.
year, but I think
am.
Gov is. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am. I've been doing it for a couple of years now.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, getting back to RDR. What do you think the future of RDR2 looks like, from left to right?
I think it's gonna die. Like when GTA 6 comes out, I think Red Dead's gonna die, unless they start bringing back more content. I think this game will just turn into a toxic cesspool of nothing but cheating. So, I know when GTA 6 comes out, I'm gonna go play GTA 6 and just probably not play Red Dead as much. And
Yeah.
well, I think most of us will probably move to GTA 6. I'm pretty hyped about that
100%.
game.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah. GTA 6 is going to be the new game for real.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. The amount of money they're pouring into that game.
It better be
for
worth
sure.
it.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
better be worth it.
yeah, for sure. Especially the development of GTA 6 impacting RDR2's support and stuff like that. If you're gonna kill off a game like you did, you better bring the heat next time around, right?
For real. For real.
I think there will still be a lot of people playing Red Dead. I feel like people have just dumped too much time and have just been so bonded to this game and connected that it's just too much for them to leave. I know a lot of people that I feel like when GTA 6 does come out, they're not going to stop playing this game. They just, like I said, they've put too much time into this game to just quit.
Mhm.
Sure, Mob and FFX will still be here. I mean, they got their crew logos tatted on them, so you know they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Hashtag Mob Chunga. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, no words. Absolutely speechless. That's not gonna age well in a couple of years, and I think even DAF is not going to GTA 6. That's what I heard. I guess they're maybe too broke to go to next gen.
Not only that, I think it's just because they have a lack of employment over there.
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah, definitely.
Unemployment is rampant in these crews for sure, especially when they're over
100%.
involved. But talking about the future and whatnot, after GTA 6's development finishes and everybody plays it for a couple of years, they're probably going to push out RDR3. I'm assuming there's no announcement, but it kind of looks like it's heading to that direction. What do you guys want to see in Red Dead 3 that they don't have in here?
Anti-cheat, like bad sport lobby, like GTA, something to encourage people not to cheat. That would be really nice. Yeah, I kind of fell in love with Arthur's character, so I'd actually like the story to like take place back before the Blackwater incident happened with the Dutch's gang. Like I don't know, I really liked Arthur's character, so it'd be cool to go back even further, I think, but yeah, who knows, but
For me, hot take, I may get heat for this. I really don't want a Red Dead 3.
Okay.
I think Red Dead 2 was the perfect ending, more so for the story. I mean, it would be great to have a new Red Dead Online multiplayer, but in terms of the story, I think the story ended perfectly. I feel like explaining everything is not always the right thing. Like the reason why we love Red Dead so much, a part of it is like the mystery of like what happened, what all the stuff that happened that we don't know about in Arthur's story. I feel like if they told all that, it would take away from the greatness from it. And I really feel like the overall story, obviously Red Dead 2 is about Arthur, but the overall series is about John, and they summed up his story pretty perfectly, and I think it ended perfectly. And I just don't really desire to see anything else. I mean, if they do, it would, I'm not going to complain, but in my opinion, I don't think they need to make another one. I think the series ended perfectly.
Well, what I read was rumors were circulating that it was going to be a prologue. It was going to be before even Red Dead 1. So that's not confirmed, but they wouldn't They wouldn't start it at the end after Arthur's story. They would do
I
it
think
at the beginning or something. Not sure.
I think another one was they were probably gonna do a Red Dead 3 with Jack after Red Dead 1. It would be
Mm-hmm.
like kind of an adult Jack story after he kills Ross. Um, so
Hmm.
that would be interesting, but that's kind of you're kind of leaving the whole old west cowboy era, and you're moving into like the industrial times. And cars have come into place, which it would be interesting in theory to witness that in a Red Dead style.
Yeah, a little bit more development in the timeline. Yeah.
As long
Um.
as I get my Lancaster.
What about Beta? What would you like to see in RDR3?
Um, I'm kind of with Governor on no RDR3.
Okay.
Just new content on this game. Um, and then what Taco said, just no more cheating. Just like how they have it in GTA.
Hmm.
Just update this game
Yeah,
somehow, some way.
for sure.
Like I
We're,
would love to see zombies in this game,
oh yeah,
like the
Undead
Undead
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they might be back. Maybe. See. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
true. There's still
beautiful.
a lot of potential in this game. They could even expand the game out into out
Heck,
into Mexico too, and
yeah.
just make you have to purchase like DLC in order to get out there or something. So yeah, there's still a lot of potential with this game. The
Hmm.
graphics are gonna hold up for a long time. The gameplay. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah,
it'd be cool if they actually came back to this game at some point.
for sure. And Jewish, what about you? Are you waiting for RDR3 or no?
Uh, Not really. Kind of love this game a little too much. I would love for them to just update it, you know.
Okay, wow. All right. All right. And Jay's.
You know, when Red Dead 3 comes out, I'll be probably 45 years old. So it wouldn't be too fun to play. Um, but I mean, it would be nice to see maybe like before the Carcano comes out, so I don't have to deal with snipers, maybe something like that.
Mhm.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
And maybe like take away all the cards in general, except for just the Deadeye like in Red Dead 1. I
Okay,
feel like when
wow.
they did the Deadeye and Red Dead 1, it actually took skill to play the game instead of me just painting someone in the head and it killing them. I feel like
Yeah.
if they brought back that original feel, people that relied on PIB or certain cards would actually have to get good. So
Hmm.
this game takes no skill in general. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, it definitely. There's definitely some major assists going on, and it's not the most hardcore design ever, but I guess it's designed to appeal to everyone, right?
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah. So and now I'm gonna probably hit you with my favorite question. What would you guys say from left to right here? What's the most valuable lesson RDR has taught you?
Cybersecurity.
Nice. Crazy.
How to protect your VP, like how to protect your IP. I never knew about any of this shit, like booting and everything. Host booting was like really popular back in Halo 3. I used to play like ranked back then, and people would host boot to win the game, but um, I didn't, I was younger. I didn't really know about all that. So it was only this game that I got onto where I just got held offline all the time and had to change ISP, like, internet service providers
Oh yeah,
and,
wow. The pain.
yeah, start looking into a VPN and everything like that. So I never expected people to take the game so far. And so, yeah, it taught me a lot about cybersecurity for
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm. Governor, what about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with cybersecurity and just being really careful with if you do send pictures of yourself, make sure it's people that you 100% absolutely trust because if those pictures fall into the wrong hands, it could be spread around and
Yeah.
it's not nice. It's happened to me. Although it
A lot of
doesn't
people,
really
yeah.
bother me because I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Um, but I know
And
there's other people that when their pictures are leaked, it's really devastating. It's really personal, and it
Yeah.
really bothers people. So just be really careful and make sure that you're secure with like a VPN if you do play. If you play the PvP aspect of the game a lot, definitely make sure try to invest in a good VPN.
Yeah, you can tell you can get a lot of information off of one IP address. It's pretty astounding. Yeah. Uh, yeah. What about beta? What's the most valuable lesson RDR taught you?
Um, just to have fun, honestly.
Okay.
This is, like I said, this is my first online game. You just gotta find people. You find your people to have fun with, be silly with on here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I had no idea about what a Cronus was or or booting or anything like that. Never knew anything about this.
Okay. Yeah, it's a whole new world. Um, and Jewish?
Kind of the same as Oven Taco.
Okay, okay. And what about Jay's?
Hear me out. I feel like this game's taught lessons like, don't do stuff that you know is gonna get out there. You know what I mean? Be smart. Don't do anything stupid too, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be the guy no one wants to be around. So yeah, just don't be weird. That's like the major thing. Just don't be weird.
Yeah, know me. A lot of weirdos on here. Um, I can also mention something, because the whole cybersecurity thing is definitely valid, but I kind of have a background in I went to college before I got into RDR, so I already knew a little bit about that stuff. But I think the social dynamics of RDR are kind of complicated. And if I mean, you guys got lucky because everyone's tight and everyone's chill for sure, and you for the most part, all of you met on the RDR, right? I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the game has run its course, but if I were to give advice to someone now, especially if they're getting into the game, I would say to bring your own friends into the game instead of meeting friends, because typically the people you meet here don't last that long. I don't know about you, but having a friend for 2-3 months is not very long, especially when you're ancient like me. But it's just not sustainable, and I don't want to. I don't want to be paranoid around people all the time. I don't have to worry about, like, if you send a photo of your pet or your family or what you're doing, it gets leaked, and there's no. It's. I mean, governor's advice was decent. It's an interesting thing to point out, but it's like I said in the past, it's so it's so difficult to predict where people are going to be in a couple of months, and the RDR world turns so fast. People are always changing friends. You don't know what's going on. There's the drama left and right, especially these days, and it causes a lot of turmoil, and a lot more people get hurt socially than they should. Especially when you involve the dating scene. The average person is definitely at risk, I guess you can say. Just
I think this comm can be good and bad though. I think the PvP comm's like really the only bad place. Like
yeah.
I was a grinder beforehand, and I only started getting good at PvP because PvPers would jump us and grief us, and I just got tired of it. And I was like, okay, I literally just went to YouTube, found PvP Cat's channel, and was like, how do I get good at PvP?
Mhm.
And so that's how I got into PvP, but I didn't get around any of the toxicity until I got really good at the game, and then just started trash talking like all these high level egotistical players, and
Mhm.
like other toxic crews, like we've mentioned them here, but normally I don't even bother like entertaining them, like or
Yeah.
talking about them. I just ignore them. I stay away from them and that type of toxicity. And I think if you come into this game, there's a lot of good people in this game, especially in the PvE comm. Of course, some of the discords can get kind of egotistical too. Like I've joined discords and they really power trip in Discord servers. It's actually really funny, like how
Yeah,
sensitive they are too. But there's good people in the comm. You just have to really watch out for toxic people, and especially people that. Another thing this comm's taught me too is people that project images of themselves. Like I've noticed a lot of this on Instagram is people will project an image of themselves, but they're the complete opposite of that image. Like they'll say, I can't stand fake ass motherfuckers,
Uh-huh.
and they are fake. And I think it's so interesting to like see that. I feel like the more people talk about something, the more they are that thing themselves. Like they project it. I've seen it a lot of times with different crews and crew leaders especially. So, but yeah, again, just find genuine people, just like just stay away
Yeah.
from toxicity, and you can still have fun in this game, and just ignore the trolls, just block them,
Yeah.
move on. Don't feed into their toxicity because that's what they want the reactions, they want to be talked about. uh I've seen a lot of people rage bait with really inappropriate stuff, and I see that and I'm like, it's just rage bait. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They want them to be like, "Oh my God, look what this guy said. That's so crazy."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they want. They want to be talked about.
Yeah. Another form of
So
attention
yeah.
seeking, right?
Yeah.
So starving their attention by avoiding them is definitely an effective strategy.
That's how I got introduced into the toxicity. Is I joined my first crew, and looking back, I almost wish I hadn't have joined them. Because I never used to get booted all the time or be targeted. I was just like just a random. Like I had no social media presence. I just hang out with my friends, didn't join crews. We didn't want drama, and but then I started joining crews, and that's when I ran into a lot of the toxicity. So um, yeah, so just be careful, which crew you join, especially like the more toxic crews.
Mm-hmm. That was a great discussion, guaranteed. Damn, it's raining pretty hard now. Um, but having said that, I think that it went really well, and that's pretty much it for the interview. Uh, I think we can kind of get down to the nitty gritty and join a fight and see Unity in action, right, guys? What do you think?
Right, yeah.
All right,
Let's do
all
it,
right.
bro. Let's do it for real.
Right.
I'm excited now.
Let's
Finally.
go clap some cheeks, man.
Cool.
For
Everyone
real,
ready?
man.
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's crack some skulls.
Crack you.
So unfortunately, the rest of the Unity podcast was never shot. The crew disbanded during the upload period because they suffered from an identity crisis and fell apart internally. Booters were caught and clean players either left or got kicked. They would also cover up for their cheaters, and I think that says a lot about how they ran the crew behind the scenes. But sadly, we found out too late. You can't just pretend to be clean when you cheat or boot at your convenience, and it isn't something you could just turn off either. Whether you have a Cronus, a freeze lag, or a panel, if you have cheating capabilities, you're a cheater, period. Remember that people are always watching, so be ready to face backlash even if you cheated long ago. That stain doesn't just go away overnight. As for the podcast, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused anybody. We're aware of the contradiction, but we feel the discussions that took place were interesting and informative enough to post. You just need to take everything with a grain of salt, and since most guests were inherently clean, figured it wasn't a big deal anyways. No Randos prides itself on maintaining its integrity and transparency with our community, and we will do better going forward. You have my word. Thank you, and I'm sorry once again. Peace!
Like